Your skin, my bones, moving to the sound. Bright lights, breathe slow. I just wanna love it. 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 I just wanna love it.
Alright, gonna crack open one with your boy. Cold one. This is Slate protein. Always get your protein in. Now, today we're gonna talk about what happens when you get in fucking shape, especially around your coworkers. Now, this shit's so good. Now, thankfully, I now am in a career where fitness is celebrated, where taking care of yourself is celebrated, your health is celebrated, your mental health is celebrated, and you can make a decent career, you're respected, etc. But I've worked copious amounts of jobs, low bottom of the fucking barrel jobs where, you just show up for the interview and you got the job and you just basically, just get a haircut and you show up and say, hey, I'm willing to work, and you basically get the job. And I'm not shitting on anyone who's in that predicament currently, right? And if you paid attention to my videos or have watched some of my stuff, you know where and what kind of jobs I've had and where I've worked. And I've always been looked at, right? I don't think I'm the most fit person in the fucking world. I don't think I'm the biggest guy in the world either, right? I'm in shape and I look better than the average person. And one thing that you'll start to feel and understand from your coworkers is that they don't want you doing things better than them, because you just being alive, your physical representation of you just, the fuck out of here, you just being a person, taking care of your health, is a physical representation of them fucking up. And what I mean to say is that, like, they'll start with like outward jokes or weird questions or weird things where they kind of want to poke fun at the way that you eat or the amount of dedication that you give to working out. When I was skinny and I had no muscle, I had no veins popping, I had no biceps, I had no women looking at me, there was no issue, there was no problem. But as soon as I started to actually gain some size and start to change the way that I was eating, I started to notice the way that some of my coworkers would treat me, right? Like, I had a job where it was super physical and we did a lot of hours and we did a lot of work and we lifted heavy shit all the time, but we weren't really we didn't look good. We weren't, we were probably heart healthy, but we didn't look good. We were just lifting things all day and eating McDonald's because that's what was available inside of where we were working. It was just a bunch of junk food, right? This is a location where, it's an airport, right? So this is a place where there's not that many healthy options. And if you don't understand how to get your calories and your macros right, you kind of just pick whatever's there, because one, you're running out of time, and two, you think you don't have enough time, right? And this is where meal prepping came in handy for me, where it kind of like changed how I was able to eat and not have the excuse of, oh, I'm at work and I don't know what to eat, or I don't have anything to eat, or nothing fits my macros. All we have around here is, shit. So I started to learn how to eat within the shit. I learned to pick better things. So, we'd have McDonald's, but then I would start ordering things slightly different. I'd have snack wraps, or I'd tell them no buns, or I'd tell them no mayonnaise, things like that, because I just didn't want the extra fat that I was gaining. And by no means are you supposed to cut out all carbs, all right? So don't do that. I know when we're lean bulking, we think that carbs are the enemy, but carbs aren't the enemy. Carbs are energy source. But anyways, let me continue and let me not stop digressing. I started to have people make fun of the way that I walked, because I no longer walked like this. I walked with confidence. I walked with my shoulders up. And it really, really made it a point where I started noticing how my coworkers or the guys would treat me when they started seeing how the women would treat me. Now, you're surrounded by women who are about to go on vacation or coming back home from the vacation, and it's multiple stimulus, right? And every time you go to an airport, next time you go to the airport, let's look around and just think, right? Look around to people, and don't do this from a narcissistic, I'm better than you way. All right? There are times for that, but this isn't the time. I want you to just be observant, and you'll see that most people are not in shape, right? Or at least not from a visual standpoint. And when you do see someone who's in shape, you'll see people give them an extra second of looking, whether they're attracted or they're just admiring, or it's just a shocker because it's something that's out of the norm. If you're walking down the street, and I'm from New York City, but down here where I'm living now, You see somebody with blue hair, it might be shocking, but to me it's not. It's just something normal. I see it all the time in New York City, right? So you see someone who's in shape, it's like shocking. It's like, oh, it takes your eyes away. It's like a blinking red sign in a bland white room. It's going to draw your attention. And so there was this girl that worked at the McDonald's. She was a cute girl. She would flirt with me all the time, but like I just was so locked in. I used to think, oh, I can't talk to any women. I can't do anything because it's gonna throw me off. Stupid, but whatever. This is the beginning of my workouts, much like some of you. And she would always flirt with me, but there was a guy that really liked her. And he had went on a date with her. I don't know what transpired from the date or whatever, but it was pretty obvious that she wasn't into him anymore. Or she, didn't like the date, whatever it was. But she was very much into me. And I noticed that I had the confidence now to talk to her longer. And even though there was a line of people behind me at the McDonald's, I didn't really care. And it wasn't like, hey, screw these people. It was more of a thing like, I'm in this flow state. I'm in this moment where it's me and you. And that never happened to me before. I didn't have that confidence. I didn't walk with that type of ego, you can call it, or some would call it. I didn't understand my power. I didn't see it. And when he noticed that she was attracted to me, and then on the way back from the McDonald's, he's like, well, she's only into you because you got muscles. And then I started to think, it was pretty windy. I started to think, is that such a bad thing? Is that such a fucking bad thing? Like, think about it. If you were a woman, right? And you had to choose, right? All right, this sucks, but you're getting pounded out, right? You had to choose. Would you want to get pounded out by the fat motherfucker? Would you want to get pounded out by the skinny motherfucker? Or would you want to get pounded out by the attractive motherfucker? Like, you're going to get pounded out, right? You're going to get pounded out. Why not it be by someone who's attractive? Why not it be by someone who you at least could go, like, I got pounded out, but at least they look good, right? I mean, this is a crazy, hypothetical, flip-flop fucking world. But the point I make, right, if you're mature enough to understand this and you're mature enough to like really extrapolate, the point I'm trying to make is that, so what? You like a beautiful woman because she's beautiful. She's into me because I'm beautiful in her eyes. This win might be too much. I hope not. And there shouldn't be a problem with that. You shouldn't be jealous of that. You should be applauding that. You should be like, that should motivate you. Like, damn, man. Like, I'm starting to notice all these girls are liking Ricky. I'm starting to notice all the girls at the airport. He doesn't even look at them, and he's just, going about his day. And they're always stopping and saying hello or asking stupid questions that they don't fucking need to ask. Like, you know where the bathroom's at. You work here. You know where the bathroom's at. Why don't you just ask me, right? All the people, you could ask your coworker. You have to ask me where the bathroom is. It's silly shit like that. And my coworkers will just start saying shit. And then the ones who were really sensitive, the ones who really couldn't keep their emotions in check, would try to challenge me for no fucking reason. I did nothing to you, and all of a sudden you want to tell me all that muscle ain't gonna do shit. I knock niggas out bigger than you, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. When was I trying to fight you? Like, we went from joking about like who works the fastest to now it's I'm gonna beat you up. And I think because of the way I speak, because of the way my demeanor is, I seem like a nice guy, that it seems like that I wouldn't be down to fight. At that time, I could lose. Back then, I'll lose this fucking job. Let's fight right now. I was very much like that, but I just didn't come off like that. I'm not one of those, as the kids call it nowadays, crash outs, right? But you bring that energy, I'll bring it back to you. That's just how I grew up. Unfortunately, right? The crabs in the barrel. That's just, it's a whole different demographic conversation. But the point is, they will start to challenge you, and they will start to make fun of you, and they will start to say certain things and start passive aggressive things. I don't know if that's the correct term for it, but let's just say passive aggressive. We all understand what I'm trying to say. And it wasn't until much later that I realized this actually was a good thing. This meant that I was doing something right, that I was actually on the correct path, that I wasn't being like the norm, right? As we strive to climb higher and do better and get closer to that 1% or that top 10%, man, getting out of the median, the 50%, you have to walk the other way. When they all go to McDonald's, you need to get acai bowls. When they all go to the club, you need to go to the gym. When they all crack open a six-pack, you need to crack open some protein. And it's not about you being better, unless that's how you feel. If you feel like you're better, then you feel like you're better. Who the fuck are they to stop you, right? But why is it that now that you're finally getting to the gym, you're watching videos like this, you're taking care of your health, you're thinking more about it, you start talking more about the things you want to achieve, all of a sudden here comes all this negative fucking rhetoric that wasn't there before. Why do you think that is? Damn, it's like everyone decides to fucking drive and be loud. If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? It's hard. It's simple, but it's hard for people to consistently show up in the gym. It's hard for people to push past their point of I'm tired. It's very hard. It's very easy to sit my ass down in the recliner and drink and eat some ice cream every night and gain some weight. It's very easy. It's very easy for me I'm here, for hours. It's very easy for me to just buy a bunch of snacks. Eat a bunch of Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is 50% off for me, apparently, I heard, or 40% off for me because I'm a firefighter. I can eat all types of shit from Chick-fil-A. The smoothies, the cookies, everything, right? It's just good as hell. I don't think I get a discount on any fucking health stores. I don't think there's any health stores even in a 10-mile radius from where I'm at right now, actually. It's that much harder to be in alignment with the top percentile. The things that are easy to do are littered and filled. You know why people get drunk all the time? Because it's a low barrier. It's an easy barrier to dopamine. We feel really good when we can't think straight. It's a very simple human flaw. It feels so good. It's the lowest bar entry. It costs $10 to fucking get drunk. Real dopamine, building a family, building a life, saving money, going on trips, right? Saving a couple $1,000s is hard for most people, right? It's hard these days. We got family, we got food, we got life, we got gas is $4 a gallon. It's crazy. We got war. It's all type of shit going on, right? It's hard to save up that couple thousand and then get the time off and then go on that trip and get real dopamine. Now, you guys see my channel. You guys seen how much I've traveled. I plan to travel much more, but it's so much harder now that I've taken on more responsibility as the man of my house. It's harder for me to just take a trip. When I was single, it was easier, right? So it's so much harder. And so I have to delay going out and doing this and that to get that cheap dopamine to feel like, all right, well, I worked hard. I did all this and now I need a treat. I need a sweetie. I need a little treat. Sometimes I gotta go, no treat. I did the thing that I was supposed to get a treat for, like I'm used to getting a treat for, and then not get a treat. That's how it is. Because I'm delaying the gratification for a bigger treat, for something better, for something that I actually deem worthwhile, that's worth time. When I think about the times of me and my girl in Portugal, Spain, wherever the hell we're at that time, but mostly Portugal, I think about how great an experience that was. Anytime we've gone out, any dates, so we've had little dates and dinner dates, they don't compare. Half the time I don't remember what I ate or what I did, but I can tell you from the beginning to end what we did on that Portugal trip. It's not like we did something crazy. In Colombia, we did, paragliding. That was different. Got our feet off the ground, but it doesn't compare with me going out and drinking. So your coworkers don't understand this or see this. I've had guys come to me and ask me, because I don't go to people and project myself. I let people come to me if they need any help with anything. People can they see the resume. My body's a resume. They can see that I'm more in shape than them. So they come to me and ask me about things. How do I get in shape? What do I do? What should I be eating, etc.? Why are you eating that? How come you're not eating this? Blah, blah, blah. And I'll tell them. I'll give them, the rundown, and there'll be coworkers listening. And then there's always that one coworker who is, no, you can't eat that much meat. That's too much protein. Your body can't handle it. Or, I eat all my carbs in the morning and then I don't eat that much when I go home. Oh, so how come you're gaining weight? Oh, it's my metabolism. Buddy, you see me, the results, you can visually see it. I have more energy than you, I'm stronger than you, I move faster than you, I look better than you. And here comes someone asking me for advice and help to do the same thing for themselves, and I give them adequate advice. And here you come giving them advice that you think is correct to end up like how? Should they listen to you or should they listen to me? Should they listen to the guy who's pounding back 5 cups of rice with a quarter pound of chicken and saying he's healthy? This is the same guy with the overgrown belly and snoring loud and farting all over the fucking place and sweating after doing an hour worth of work, which is hard work. I mean, working in the airport was hard work. You think that you should listen to the guy that thinks he can outwork his diet? Because I think I work my ass off, but I can't outwork my diet. I could do a crazy workout and maybe burn 600 calories. Let's say I burn 600 calories. That's serious work right there. I'm putting in some work, 600 calories. Do you think that's going to out-level or outweigh the whole fucking half a thing of pizza and chips and soda? Especially if I do that. Let's say I do that 2 or 3 times a week, that 600 calorie burning workout I do. But 7 days a week, I have cookies and junk food. Or 5 days a week, I have cookies and junk food. It doesn't fucking level out. And this is the problem with a lot of guys where they'll think, oh, I'll just work out more. Oh, I ate that, I'll just work out more. It doesn't work that fucking way. I'm sorry, but you got to put the fork down. And it's disingenuous and quite actually evil for you to see someone be in shape and then to see someone who's asking that person, hey, how can I get in shape like you? And then you're trying to derail them because it makes you feel like shit. That's not their fault. It's not my fault you feel like shit. When you start working out, it's not your fault that people feel this way about themselves and they're going to try to put you down. If I go do 10 pull-ups, I'll have comments saying, you don't do them slow enough. Bet you can't do muscle ups. If I do 2 muscle ups, I'll get, you're small. You weigh less than 200 pounds. That's why you can do the muscle ups. I weigh 195 right now. If I get to 200 pounds, which I probably will the next couple of weeks, if I get to 200 pounds, I'll hear, your abs aren't cut up enough. You can never fucking please people, right? When your coworkers start hating, because that's what it is, it's hating, it's a good sign. You are 100% walking the correct path. Anyone who's had a 9 to 5, who's gotten in shape, can reiterate and tell you this same fucking story. It's not like I'm making up some fucking unicorn tale. I am not the first person to go through this. This is not the first time. Anyone who's in shape can tell you a story like this from some asshole at their job telling them about how they do this and they do lightweight and they do, more reps and that's what really builds the muscle. Lifting that much weight isn't going to do anything. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Don't fucking listen to them. Because all they're trying to do is derail you so that way you also can have the same results as them. And then guess what happens? They feel good that you are just like them. You need help, one-on-one coaching, all that good stuff. The links are below. Till next time.